The Inside Lane Cup Series is back here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for race number 4 of Season 1. We got 29 drivers in the field today, all going after the win at NASCAR's home track. Now we're going to give you your ones to watch here. Martin Truex in the 19 machine. He's been pretty fast this season. Hasn't been able to pull it off with a win yet, but he's came close a couple times. We'll see if he can do it today. Then we got the 24 machine of William Byron starting on the pole. He's got a fast car. We'll have to look out for him all day long. Then Denny Hamlin starting third. He's pretty good at these speedway tracks and really any oval not named Daytona or Talladega. So we'll have to see how he's going to do today. Then the 5 car, Kyle Larson. He's starting in the 6th position today. Points leader coming into this race. We'll see if he can keep the lead leaving. And then we got 3 part-time drivers in their first race of the season. Kaz Grala in the 50, Cody Ware in the 51, and Michael McDowell in the 34 machine. Now we're going to give you your starting lineup. We got Ross Chastain and William Byron in row number 1. In row number 2, we got Denny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney. And then in row number 3, we have Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell. In row number 4, we have Martin Truex Jr. and Bubba Wallace. In row number 5, we have Chase Elliott and Chris Buescher in the 17 machine. Row 6 has Bubba Wallace's teammate Tyler Reddick and Kevin Harvick. In row number 7, we have Austin Cindric and Austin Hill. And then in row number 8, we have Cole Custer replacing Ryan Preece in the 41 and Alex Bowman. In row number 9, Chase Briscoe and Brad Keselowski. And in row 10, we have Eric Almirola and Joey Logano, who's starting deep in the field today. Then in row 11, Eric Jones and Ross Chastain's teammate Daniel Suarez. And in row 12, Michael McDowell and Corey LaJoie. In row 13, we have Ricky Stenhouse and Harrison Burton. In row 14, we have Cody Ware and Ty Gilliland. And then rounding out the field today is the 50 car of Kaz Grala. Our race facts today, 15 laps, 29 entries, and our fuel window today is about 10 to 12 laps. Now enough of the pre-race stuff. We're going to go green here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Now as the pace car pulls down pit road, the drivers are heading into the restart zone, and the green flag is waving. We are underway at Charlotte. Down the back straightaway, William Byron with the early lead on Chastain. He's clear as Hamlin's looking to the inside of Blaney still, but not going to be able to get there. He's going to slide up in line behind him as we go down the front straightaway. Larson also clear for 5th as Chastain looks low on Byron. He can't get there as Byron gets the run off the top side. Blaney's going to go to the inside of Ross Chastain, and he might complete the pass exiting the corner. He will. He slides in front of Chastain and takes a position. Now heading on to lap number 3. Byron starting to drive away a bit as Chastain's still looking to the inside of Blaney and is not going to get there. Now Hamlin might be able to pounce and get the 3rd position as Byron and Blaney start driving away from these two. And Chastain's around, barely avoiding the wall. The caution flag waves on lap number 3. Ross Chastain spins off the bumper of Denny Hamlin. Let's take a look at the replay here. Looks like he just had a bit of contact and sent him around out a corner exit. I'm not sure if Hamlin came up or if he came up after the contact happened, but it looked like a mix of Chastain blocking and Hamlin coming up, but they just weren't quite clear of each other, and it sent Ross Chastain spinning onto pit road. Now we're going to head down pit road for some pit stops. Not everyone will come in. We'll see who doesn't. Larson, Truex both fake out last second. Wallace stays out, but the majority of the field will come down pit road. As we see the race off pit road, Byron is going to beat Blaney out. Not much change in position, but most of the field did take the opportunity here to get tires so they can make it to the end of the race on fuel as well. Now the pace car coming down pit road, and they're going to take the green flag here. Kyle Larson down the front straightaway leads us to the green. Truex staying tight on the outside as Bowman makes a 3-wide move already. And he might be able to clear him out of turn number 2. And he barely gets by for position number 3. Now we're going to take a lap of silence to honor and remember the life of Kyle Busch. On to lap number 9 here. Martin Truex still out front as Larson trying to hang with him. He's not really falling back much. As Tyler Reddick is now in 4th. Wallace has fallen back a bit. Austin Hill also breaking into the top 5. As lap traffic is in Truex's windshield, the 50 car is going to be a lot further back than some of this lap traffic because they are a very, very underfunded team. As you see Larson, Bowman both blowing by him on the back stretch as now Truex is inside Todd Gilliland as we head to 5 to go. Pit stops being made. Reddick and Wallace both haven't pitted so far and they need to make a stop to make it to the finish. And they're going to come in a bit earlier than a lot of other guys. As Larson now to the inside of LaJoie. Truex has now passed Michael McDowell as well in that 34 car. You see Brad Keselowski exiting pit road, and Austin Hill now comes down as well. Heading down the back straightaway, you see Wallace merge right beside Truex. Keselowski merging as well. Wallace instantly got on lap himself, and Bowman sliding into the wall, hard into the wall, off of a bumper of, I believe, Keselowski, and there is huge damage to the right side of that Chevrolet. Bowman is definitely done for the day. You can see the contact and the tires all probably are flat. We'll take a look at the replay. It looks like they kind of were both fighting for the same lane, and that sent Bowman spinning into the outside wall. Not much he could have done there. He almost saved it, but he just couldn't catch it, and he went right into the wall. Even rode the wall for a bit after hitting, as you can see there. And then comes to rest in the middle of the corner. Tough day for Bowman. He was relatively close to the bubble to make the playoffs, but doesn't seem like he's going to be able to do it on points. He'll need a win at Daytona. Now we're going to head on to an overtime restart. Michael McDowell and a few other drivers pull it down pit road. You see him surfacing their car, just trying to make the best out of their day, hoping they can maybe pass a few lap cars on this restart. You see Gilliland and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. both down here getting their pit stops done. As now we will see a driver get the free pass. Cody Ware was the last car lapped by Martin Truex, so he'll be back on the lead lap for this restart. Now with that all out of the way, the pace car is going to pull down pit road. We're going to see Truex and Kyle Larson lead us to the 2 to go overtime restart. Green flag is waving. Truex and Larson dead even as they head down the front stretch into turn 1. Truex starting to gain an advantage into turn 1. Is he going to be able to clear Larson? No, it looks like Larson gets the run on the top side, and he still can't clear him. Hamlin taking it 3 wide on Blaney and Byron, it looked like, maybe Bell. As you see Larson now coming to the white flag, still side by side with Truex. Down the front straightaway, white flag waves. 1 more lap to go as you see Truex maybe going to slide it in there and make the pass out of turn number 2. He does. He's barely clear. But now Larson looks low. He goes back high into turns 3 and 4. Larson with a slight advantage. He's going to go right against the wall. Truex going to have 1 shot. They make contact, and down the front straightaway, Kyle Larson is going to win the Coca-Cola 600, and a huge wreck behind them. Buescher and Harvick make huge contact after Buescher got spun off the bumper of Chase Elliott coming to the finish line. We're going to take a look at the replay here to see what exactly went down there. It looks like just some aggressive racing coming to the finish line, and it sent Buescher spinning out. Luckily for Buescher and Harvick, even though they were both involved in that wreck with some pretty severe damage, they both managed to cross the finish line and didn't lose many positions. Reddick also nearly getting a piece of that. You see him having to take a trip through the grass on the front straightaway a bit. Somehow, though, only 2 cars involved in that, but a tough end of their day for Buescher and Harvick. Now Kyle Larson gonna burn it down on the front straightaway after winning here in Charlotte through a tough battle for the win with Martin Truex Jr. Larson comes out on top as we now take a look at our finishing results. See Kyle Larson obviously winning, even though he was pretty much locked into the playoffs just based on points. He now locks himself in with a win. You see Martin Truex second, Byron third, Hamlin fourth, Blaney in fifth. All of these guys really, besides Truex and Larson, in the top 10, pitted pretty early in the race to make it. Now we see the second page of the finishers. This has a lot of our lap drivers. Cody Ware, free pass, actually got him a pretty solid result considering it's a Rick Ware racing car in 20th. Custer in his first race, he finishes 16th. Suarez 17th, not bad for either of those drivers. Now we take a look at the point standings here. You can see Kyle Larson, Hamlin, and Joey Logano all locked into the playoffs with a win, even though Larson is dominating this season in the points, nearly a 30-point lead in the regular season standings. You see Blaney, Cindric, all around the cut line, Truex as well. All those guys are very close to the bubble. Buescher and Briscoe are all tied with Blaney as well. So Daytona's going to decide which of those drivers will make it into the playoffs. Now around this range, 14th on back, maybe not Byron or Suarez, but pretty much anyone else just needs to hope that they can win Daytona, which is the regular season finale, to lock themselves into the playoffs. So they're going to be fighting hard for the win. A lot of pretty good drivers back here deep in the points. Bowman, Wallace, Chastain, Keselowski, all far back here. And we'll have to see what these guys below the cut line can do at Daytona to potentially lock themselves into the playoffs. And then here on this final page of the point standings, really just all drivers who have only made one start this season, obviously not eligible for the championship or even making the playoffs. So they're really just out here having some fun and scoring some points. Now our final race of the regular season, the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona, to see what 8 drivers will make the playoffs and contend for a championship. This was the Inside Lane Cup Series, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.